welcome to the Borealis Experience. I'm your host Aurora, life coach and companion on this beautiful journey called life, and I'm very happy to be spending some time with you today. It is Thursday, January 20 in the year 2022. Sorry, I had to think for a moment. Yeah, man, 2022. Already. I hope you're doing well. I hope you feel safe. I hope you can appreciate the things that you have in life. And I hope your mind is open, your heart is warm. Thank you so much for being here with me. I totally appreciate every moment I'm spending with you. When I connect on Facebook with you, when I have you here commenting or giving me feedback or sending me a review or sending me a coffee, a donation, you are endlessly precious. And I know you are precious to many more people out there as well. Today I want to talk about your opinion. We all have opinions, right? And if not during COVID, then maybe before already, but latest with all the COVID stuff going on, we realize how constructive and relationship building opinions can be, but we can also see how destructive it can be to have a strong belief or opinion. The more fanatic we become with an opinion, the more radical our life gets, because we reject people who don't think the same way, and we embrace, celebrate, praise people that think exactly the same. But as you can hear maybe already in my voice, in the tone of my voice, it is very black and white. Whenever we have an opinion, we reject some and embrace others. Of course, it all has nuances, shades of grays. With every opinion we have, with every judgment we have, it depends who we are talking to. When we're standing in front of a person who's really radical, we tend to be radical too. When it's a person that is a little bit more open-minded, we tend to be a little bit open-minded too. That's a little bit how it works. But if we tend to get too attached to our opinions, I feel we pull suffering into our lives. No matter what it is, no matter what you have a strong opinion about, you will create division, separation, and that only can lead to pain. You see, what I've learned in life is that there is not one way to get to a destination. There's always 22 million ways to get to a destination. And this is what we have to learn on this journey called life. We have to learn, first of all, that every person has a different experience, perception of life. And second of all, that yes, we can have an opinion, we can have a belief, an unshakable opinion, but there's always an opposite side. There's always another side to the coin. There's always at least two sides. And when it comes to look at parties, like a husband and a wife fighting. And when you watch them, and when you hear them out separately, they will talk the truth, their truth, from their perspective. And they might be both truthful and honest with you. But if you put them back into one room, the one will be pointing out to the other that he or she is lying, because they have a different perspective on things. And this is so incredibly fascinating to me when you look at people who observe an accident or something that happens on the street and how they would describe it. Sometimes people describe a situation in such a different way, and you've been there with them, standing maybe even next to them, and you are like thinking to yourself, what is that person talking about? This is not at all what happened. Next time you watch a movie with somebody, I want you to ask them questions about how they perceived that movie. What was your favorite character? What was your favorite scene? What touched you the most? What scared you? What made you feel really uncomfortable? Did you notice these couple details here? Oh, you discovered something else in a movie that I was watching with you next to me, and I didn't even pay attention to that detail. I love watching movies, yes, by myself, but even more with other people and discussing it, because I learned so much about the same movie than if I had watched it by myself. And you know, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to friendships, we often forget that yes, the person loves you, the person is with you, the person is choosing you, the person is choosing to spend time with you. But they have their totally different internal experience and world and map of the world, you can say. And as a coach, this is so incredibly fascinating because, yes, every person is different. Every situation is perceived differently. Every pain is perceived differently. A person could tell me, oh my God, I'm in so much pain and I'm going through this right now. And, you know, in an instant, my brain would go into, oh yeah, I've experienced that too. And this is probably how the person is feeling right now, how I felt back then in a similar situation. But this is so wrong to do. This is what a coach, a therapist, I'm a physiotherapist as well, cannot allow him or herself to do. If I compare past situations to a present situation and involved, like with other people involved, sorry, my English sucks today. This can be painfully dangerous. I can miss out on additional information. Yet our brain is programmed to generalize, to distort, and to delete information in the moment to make things easier, to get to a conclusion faster, to get to an opinion faster, to get to a solution faster. Our brain, our wonderful little computer up there, is doing that on a constant to make our life easier. But sometimes it's deleting sensitive information that we need to account in. that we need to count in. Yeah. So it is really, really important when it comes to your opinion that you realize the person who's standing in front of you is breathing the same air, is standing in the same space, but they have a way, way different experience in life than you have. And it is perfectly fine for them to have a different opinion. And you will see the less you are attached to an opinion, because it's really your ego, your sense of self, your false sense of self, your, ego trying to make up an identity and trying to find out who are you, that is clinging to an opinion so desperately. And if we would all let go a little bit more of our harsh opinions and know that connecting with a stranger who is of a different faith, who is of a different opinion, whatever it is so incredibly precious. To learn, to understand, to expand, to grow, to step into another person's shoes is such a sweet and deep way to connect with humanity. Not only one person, but the whole of humanity. And it will give you such a rich feeling in your heart, such an abundance of love, because if the person who's standing in front of you knows that you really want to understand them, you really want to know what is it that's going on in your brain. Why are you making these conclusions? Why are you making this out of that situation? People will open up to you. People will want to connect with you, help you, be there for you. So many times I hear people complaining that they feel lonely, that they feel isolated, and that human beings are assholes and reckless. Yes, they are. I totally agree. But we all are assholes and reckless in some situations, are we not? But most of the time, some of us are just trying to survive, to get by. Some of us are just stuck in their pain and are distributing more pain on planet Earth. And I want my listeners here to be aware of how precious it is to let go a little bit more of your opinion and to embrace and encourage difference. To make it okay again to be different, to think differently. To know that if your brother doesn't agree with you, you're not going to make this one little argument about him, about how he is. You're going to see this as a little piece of a puzzle, but you will look at him as a whole and see that he's genuinely good. He has good intentions. He just wants the best for himself and his family, just like you. I think this is very important. And I feel very blessed that within my family we're very strong characters. We're very radical when it comes to our values, our opinions, our lifestyles. And we're very, very different when it comes to approaching life, when it comes to approaching problems and solutions. Yet we respect each other and we love each other more than we are attached to our opinions. And that is so, so precious. I thank every day for people understanding other people of other faith, other opinion, other lifestyles. It is really, really important. All right, I'm gonna let you with this message. Please let me know how it goes. Let me know, what situations you are encountering when it comes to wanting to understand people and experiencing strong connections, or maybe even rejection. Some people are not there yet and don't want to connect with you, don't want to be that open-hearted. They still want to be mind-driven, and that's okay too. You are on this path. You are living a life that you want to be proud of one day, or maybe already. And not everybody has to dance along, be with you on that path. People come and go, and some people, have to go if they're not in alignment with your values anymore. All right. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I value your feedback. I value your presence. Take really good care of yourself, and I will be out there very soon again.